Hello and welcome to the Complete IT Making Tax Digital webinar. As we all know, there is some legislation on the horizon that will affect the way we all process our VAT from within our ERP software. Making Tax Digital. This webinar is going to cover the important details about Making Tax Digital and what you need to do to ensure that you are prepared for it. I'm going to cover the following points. What is Making Tax Digital? Why is it happening? Is it relevant for your organisation? When do you need to be ready by? What preparation that is required by you? And what's next with regards to Opera 2 and Opera 3? So what is Making Tax Digital and why is it happening? Making Tax Digital was first introduced in George Osborne's 2015 budget. Its fundamental design is to make HMRC more effective and efficient, and by all accounts make it easier for them to collect VAT. £1.3 billion is being reinvested to make all of this possible. HMRC want businesses to see the benefit of digitisation. It's currently estimated to cost the economy £9 billion a year in mistakes through the existing VAT submission process. Digital record keeping and submissions will help HMRC avoid some of these losses. And 87% of current VAT submissions are made through the gateway, albeit manually. We will now be mandated to use this function via digital submission. So who is this legislation relevant for? Making Tax Digital is applicable to any businesses currently within the VAT thresholds. So any business that is registered for VAT over the threshold of £85,000 in revenue. It's more than likely going to be you. When do you need to be ready by? The legislation comes into effect for your first VAT period on or after the 1st of April 2019. In real terms, this may not be as soon as April 2019. As an example, if you are quarterly and your period is the 1st of January 2019 to the 31st of March 2019, your first Making Tax Digital period would be the 1st of April 2019 to the 30th of June 2019, and your submission would be due by the normal deadline following the 30th of June via the new Making Tax Digital process. Another quarterly example, if your period is the 1st of February 2019 to the 30th of April 2019, your first Making Tax Digital period would be the 1st of May 2019 to the 31st of July 2019, and submission would be due by the normal deadline following the 31st of July via the new Making Tax Digital process. If you're monthly, your first VAT period that needs submitting would begin on the 1st of April 2019, and your submission would be due by the normal deadline following the 30th of April 2019, and that again would be the new Making Tax Digital process. Preparation. It's imperative that you prepare for this new legislation and are ready in time for your first VAT submission. There are a couple of bits of information that will guide you on your way to preparation of this. So the Pegasus website, pegasus.co.uk, you can click through to the customer zone and there is a Making Tax Digital section there. And of course the HMRC website for the finer details of the legislation. There will be no software released by HMRC to complete this action. It will all be in your existing ERP software. Only ERP software that uses the new Making Tax Digital VAT API integration can be used to submit this. The API is the link between a program such as Opera and a gateway such as the government. Pegasus are standing down online filing manager and will release functionality in the first release of 2019 to account for this. Opera 2 will not have this functionality. Opera 3 and Opera 3 SQL SE will have this functionality added to it. In the payroll release, which we expect to be in about February of 2019, all customers will need to be upgraded as soon as possible. And Pegasus have confirmed that VAT returns for multiple Opera companies will be consolidated to be submitted for Making Tax Digital purposes. So, preparation in your existing Opera data. It's imperative in your existing Opera data you have prepared, run and reconciled your VAT return from within Opera to ensure there are no discrepancies when you need to use the digital VAT submission. If you have never used the commit function in VAT, please commit the VAT when you submit your net VAT return. You will still need to use your existing methods to reconcile your VAT, but after the first VAT return, it should become easier. Please log a call with our help desk if you need any assistance with this. VAT return adjustments. The VAT return adjustment is used to make VAT return adjustments without updating the sales, purchase or nominal ledgers. An adjustment will create a new VAT return transaction and can also be seen on the VAT reports. This is how you would post an adjustment, as they will need to be entered into Opera for Making Tax Digital outputs to be correct. You would select the tax point and transaction dates, they're usually the same. Select the ledger in question. Enter an account for reference. Remember, these do not get posted onto the ledgers. Select a VAT code, enter a value and a comment, and click Post. What's next? Once you have done your preparation, Pegasus will release the Making Tax Digital compatible version of Opera 3 or Opera 3 SQL SE in about February 2019. Please make sure you are upgraded in time for running payroll in March and your first VAT return for Making Tax Digital. All that's left to say is thank you, and if you have any questions, please contact our help desk.